Mm.
Well, I think, it's been very right over the last couple of years.
Hey there.
Now, that said, of course, a lot of that market has been a bullish market over the last 6 to 9 months. It hasn't been bad. We have seen is that the pace of buying, again,
Good morning, RJ. Good morning, Officials Glover. Good morning, Shane. Just finishing up a little cinnamon life. I slept in this morning. It's got me running a little late. Just got back from my dog walk with my beautiful dog, Holly. She's wondering why we're not still on a walk. Hey, Kirsten, thank you so much for following the host. Kirsten, I like the way you spell your name. Is that Irish? Kirsten McLean. It's like John McClane. A lot of people say I look like Bruce Willis. Coffee time's your worth time, Chatty Nurse. Well, I do repost on various social media. Hope you follow my page and follow me on social media. Can I just finish up a little bit of Cinnamon Life as you guys are joining? I would never eat like on a date or something like that in front of somebody. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Because I'd be insecure. But I'm hungry. In case you're wondering why I'm eating out of a mug this morning, can anyone guess why I'm eating out of a mug? My bowls are all dirty. Anyway, I'm close enough to done. I didn't really like that view. It's my morning video view. And, hello, Cindy Strickland. Hello. Cindy Strickland, you're up very late during the night. You are what I will call a night owl. I don't like to waste things. How about you guys? I don't know who likes to waste things, but for me, it's almost a phobia. I didn't want to throw out that last little bit of Cinnamon Life. I don't know. Maybe if it's because I was raised a certain way or whatever. I don't know. I'd like to say I was raised during... I don't want to say I was raised during the Depression, because I wasn't raised during the Depression. I was born in 1968. But a lot of times when people are kind of tight on money or tight with their finances or whatever, you'll go, no, they were raised during the Depression, like when, I don't know, a dozen eggs cost whatever. I wasn't raised during the Depression. Wasn't even close. My dad wasn't even raised during the Depression. Anyway, how are you guys doing this morning? How are you doing this morning? My name's Ken Tracy, and thank you so much for joining. I am a good morning, Tori. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me sharing some feelings. Ryan Reynolds is pretty dang good looking. Ryan Reynolds is a good looking guy. I was talking with a buddy. I got a man crush. I think I've added him to my man crush list. It starts with Mark Wahlberg, Ryan Reynolds, and there may be one other guy. But either way, Ryan Reynolds has really got it going on. Good morning, Scott Concrete. You're tired after a yucky Packer game? Yeah. Did I take it they lost? It's so good giving up sports. I don't know. Again, I used to live and die with sports and care so much. And be so passionate. But, a lot of teams, I'm from Naperville, Illinois, and I'll talk about that in a minute. A lot of Chicago teams suck and they lose a lot. I mean, teams lose. You get disappointed. You get crushed. Whose eyes are too close together, Ryan Reynolds or mine? Anyway, real quickly, for you, those that have been watching a while, you guys know this is a show about me talking, but it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a, and I talked about it the other day. It says like 7 cups. I'll say it's about 2.5 cups of coffee that I made this morning just after 6 o'clock. And I'm so excited to have some because I haven't had any in quite some time. I'm going to grab a seat on the couch in a minute, do a quick spin of what we're looking at. I live in a tiny little ranch home in Naperville, Illinois at the moment. I'm going to show you what it's like outside. Just got back from a nice dog walk with my dog Holly. The sun seems a little brighter today. And the kids are going back to school today after a long break. Christmas break or holiday break or whatever season break, winter break, whatever we're calling it these days. They had a long break. And it took Holly a lot of our walks. I let her off the leash and she runs wild through the school. We have huge schoolyards here in Naperville. I don't know if that's everywhere, but the land they own is very big. And, anyway, we like to go walk around them, and she runs around and has a great time. But the kids are coming back to school, and we slept in today, so we're not as able to do that. Good morning, Jack Taylor. I'm going to light a candle because I like to light candles. I'm going to light this one. I'm a little worried about it, but I'm going to... And I talked about it before. I bought it. It was really cheap. I don't know where I bought it. Maybe Target or Mariano's or something. It was really cheap. It's called Mahogany Woods. It smells like cologne. I don't really want a cologne-y smell, if that makes sense, from my candles. It smells too chemically. Probably smells too much, maybe. I'm going to try it. Again, that's what I was talking about with my cinnamon life. I don't like to waste things. I'd feel horrible throwing this out, even if it was only a few dollars. Oh, that's so nice, Tracy from Indiana. That somebody paid for your order at Dunkin' Donuts. Did you get a donut or did you just get coffee? Excuse me, don't go anywhere. Hang with me. Don't go anywhere. Had to get a Kleenex. Thank you all so much for joining. Again, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Cop or a preacher? I could see a preacher more than a cop, and I'm not even that spiritual. 2 donuts, me hot cocoa. Well, that sounds delightful. Anyway, before I talk too long and let my coffee get cold, or I almost could deal with it if it was cold. Why is it? You can drink iced coffee and you can drink hot coffee, but tepid coffee is kind of nasty. You know what I mean? And that goes true for anything. You can eat cold pizza or you can eat hot pizza. Yeah, okay, RJ, thank you. But that kind of in-between room temperature taste isn't any good. So anyway, I made this pot at just after 6 o'clock this morning. I'm excited to have some. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, it's the pumpkin spice, Starbucks. It's good. It's all I have left. I had an embarrassment of riches, or what do they call it? Varieties or whatever the other day. And I mean, not the other day, about a month ago, and I had like 5 or 6 different types of coffee. And honestly, I felt it was a little bit overwhelming. And now I'm down to 1. And 1 isn't enough. 1 isn't enough. I think maybe 3 varieties of coffee might be the perfect varieties of coffee. Do you know what I mean? Or at least, I have 1 and it's pumpkin spice. And although, hello Garrett, pumpkin spice, yeah, okay. Although pumpkin spice might be my favorite. Garrett Haskins, do I know you? You seem so excited to see me. Hey, we got a Marine joining. I think you need at least one standard non-flavored coffee. You know what I mean? Like, or three, but one of them's got to be like the Sumatra dark roast, or thank you. Gracious, forgive me for this, but do you realize you're crazy good looking, right? Oh my gosh, you just made my life. You just made my life. Not my life. I mean, you made me feel a little bit better. I don't even know if you're joking. Hey, thank you for following the host. I love you. Hey, I'm going through a divorce. When I finalize the divorce, will you marry me and just hang out with me and tell me how crazy good looking I am all the time? Flattery will get you everywhere. Yeah. No, you must have glasses or something. I'm going to let my dog Holly in. She, you're sweet. She doesn't want to miss the live coffee with Ken. She likes it almost as much as anybody because she knows Colombian. Yeah, no, is that a dark roast? Doc's widow. Hi, Nora. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. You guys are friends. I bring people together. That's sweet. I'm building relationships through coffee with Ken. Oh, you guys, okay, are you both hospice nurses or just regular nurses? You can get it dark. Okay, what city is the picture behind me? Can anybody answer that for Garrett? I feel somewhat redundant. I mean, perfectly good question, and I will certainly answer it. I wonder, I think being a nurse would be I think a rewarding job. And again, I'm looking, yes, it is, RJ. It's St. Andrews, Scotland, Garrett. It's St. Andrews, Scotland. My mother grew up in Scotland. I like to golf. St. Andrews, as you probably know, is a famous golf course. Yeah, it is St. Andrews. So that's why it's on my wall. Thank you. Holly doesn't know she's supposed to be laying in bed quietly while I'm going live. But she's a dog. Dogs don't know such things. You used to live in Glasgow, did you? Hollis Creek? My mother grew up outside of Edinburgh in a little town called Wallingford. I flew into Glasgow once on the way to Edinburgh. Jamaica Blue Mountain is your favorite. I enjoy the real thing. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean about the real thing, Doc's widow. Look at Holly. She just kind of said, okay, enough playing fetch. Dad's not giving me enough attention. I'm going to cram my head in his crotch and make him pet me. I'm going to have a little more coffee. You guys drinking coffee? I've been going live at night lately, the last few days, and have been enjoying it. I mean, 2 nights ago, I kind of felt awkward because I didn't really have much to say. The first night, I ended up talking for a long time, but I basically was sitting there, and people were kind of rambling back and forth, and that was fine. And last night felt kind of good. And I'm drinking coffee. All right, Joy, cheers to you. As I was saying, I just got back from a dog walk, and it's kind of light outside. And I'm almost getting embarrassed because it's January 9th, and I still got stockings and lights and Christmas cards up. But it feels, and I know it's only a couple of weeks past December 20 whatever, the shortest day of the year, but it almost feels like the days are getting brighter. If you add me back on here. I do not know what that means. Hollows Creek. Hello, Chunk of Change. It's Chunk of Change. Oh, there's Chunk of Change. Sorry, Chunk of Change. I missed your hello. I apologize. I do not want to be rude to anybody. Sometimes I'll be looking out the window. I don't know why I use my random voices. I'm almost now self-conscious. I don't even want to talk. And I don't really realize it while I'm doing it. I don't. I'm not going, I'm going to use a deep voice or I'm going to use this voice. But I rewatch these videos and I edit them and I splice them up and I add words and I add music. Aloha from Maui. And while I'm doing it, I go, wow, I'm using a lot of weird words. Hallows Creek, what do you mean add? Hallows Creek wants me to add her. Hello. Shannon just said hi to Chunka. Maybe it's the caffeine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah, my emotions are definitely different at night versus the morning. I don't know. Oh, well, thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. No, I mean, they are kind of weird. They're kind of weird. I mean, kind of obnoxious. But, I mean, they're part of me. Please send Yakono. Hello from Glasgow, Kentucky. I didn't know there was a Glasgow, Kentucky. Add you on TikTok? I don't know what you mean. Can somebody help me out? Hallows Creek really wants me to add her on TikTok. I don't even know what that means. Am I on the spectrum? Aren't we all on the spectrum? Aren't we all on the spectrum? Oh, no, wait, that was... Okay, well, she got muted. I thought that was a good topic. I got some moderators, and they're tough. They protect me. They protect me from harassment. They protect me. They protect me from harassment. Well, no, it's okay, RJ. She can still hear, and I'll address it. RJ's tough, though. And I appreciate it. I guess I'd rather have my moderators too tough than too passive and have me get whooped and attacked. But somebody asked if I'm on the spectrum. I would say we're all on the spectrum. I think the spectrum means autism spectrum. So I guess that's probably offensive, not to me, but maybe because I know a lot of kids, a lot of kids or parents are struggling with kids with, all right, have autism. And so maybe asking a guy if he has autism could be offensive to them, or if he's on the spectrum. So it could be offensive to them. So if it is, mute away or block away. But I'll say we're all a little weird. We're all a little crazy. We're all a little, on the bell curve that is life. And the longer I do this and the more I do this and the more I talk to people and the more that people join me on my shows, almost sounded Scottish, my show, the more I realize who's normal, who's right, who's average. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be normal or average. I don't know. But no, I don't think I'm officially on any spectrum outside of the same spectrum we all are on. And certainly, you guys know what I mean when I talk about the bell curve, and this is where most people are. I'm certainly not where most people are. I'm doing great, like butter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's an English Springer Spaniel. She is so loving. And I talk about her a lot, obviously. Moderators help keep a live video going, flowing smoothly. And for a while, I was going live, and I didn't even know what a moderator was. And moderators are just friends of yours or TikTok people that like your show. And kind of make sure the conversation goes smoothly. Yeah, Shannon, isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? Everyone seems to know each other. It's almost like the Cheers bar, where everyone knows your name. Yeah, because for me, and I don't want to talk about it too much. Ooh, hey, moderator. What? Oh, I see what. Okay, well, Cindy, I'm going to let you pull it. Yeah, there was a little flirting. I don't know. But it's interesting because we have no hard and fast rules. Any upcoming shows? Somebody asked something a minute ago. I forget what would you be, a Woody or a Sam? I'd be a Sam. I'm definitely not a Woody. I think I'm a Sam. I'm definitely not a Woody. Sam Malone doesn't drink. And he works in a bar. He gets the ladies. I don't get the ladies. But I like the thought of getting the ladies. Would you ever do a live open mic show? You mean like comedy? Comedy? Or, Woody is funny though. You mean, or just sit here? Oh yeah, casino. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a sober bartender. Much better. Yeah, comedy. No, I would never do comedy. I don't think I'm funny. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. And I said it before. I used to be a waiter, and I'd walk up to tables, say, "Good evening. My name's Ken. I will be taking care of you tonight. Can I start with something to drink?" And they'd start laughing. So no, I'd feel nervous as heck trying to be funny. Yeah, wouldn't want to try to be funny. I mean, I'd do an open mic if, at a coffee shop and sit here and drink some coffee and kind of talk and random. Oh, it's so good. What does everyone do here for work? That's a good question for me. I'm looking for a job. I was a realtor for 17 years, and I'm trying to find a new career. Man, when you say it, some people laugh at the way you say something so ordinary. Yeah, it probably is, party girl. It probably is. No, and again, I watch these videos. You own 2 dental offices. Hollows Creek, are you hiring in Chicago? It's funny. I talked about it a week ago, and I applied at Ace Hardware. There's one by my house. I'm looking for a job till I find a career. And I applied at Ace Hardware, and I always like Ace Hardware. I like the size of the store, the smell of the store. I like hardware stores. And they were going to pay me like $14 an hour. And that's just not enough. I know you got to take you got to do what you got to do, but I don't have to do that. I could get more than that. My daughter, who's 16, makes $15 an hour as a worker at Chick-fil-A. I have to borrow money from my daughter. Move to Oklahoma. Would you ever want to live? I'd consider Oklahoma. Hollows Creek, you live in Northbrook. I'd have to move up that way, but I haven't ruled out moving. Do you have any need for me in a dental office? I'm looking for somebody to want me and me to want them, and it'd be a great match and us be awesome together. I think a lot of people, I know, like even in relationships, we're on our best behavior. And I mean, I know you shouldn't be rude and you shouldn't burp or something on your first date. But when you're trying to court a woman, I don't know, you might bring flowers. I'm just making up these stories. You might bring flowers and tell her how beautiful she is and give her back rubs every minute. But then in real life, you don't bring her flowers every day. And she's spoiled, expecting flowers and back rubs and hearing how beautiful she is every day. Yeah, I'd consider Oklahoma. Yeah, I would, definitely. I'd like to see some tornadoes. I'm doing well, Rismail. And I think the same is true for jobs a little bit. I think for some reason the dynamic on an interview is a little wrong. And I know this pisses some people off. I don't know. But everything I say pisses some people off, so I'm going to keep going ahead with it. I think the interview is an opportunity for the applicant to kind of interview the company and the company to interview the applicant to see if it's a good fit. Because I think it's just as important. It's important for both for it to be a good fit. I don't know. I think I've always done real well in interviews. I think I interview very well. And I ask the interviewer a lot of questions. Because I honestly think the interview goes both ways. And I think, excuse me, it's super important. I don't want to lie and say, I'm a dentist or I have receptionist experience or something, or stretch my experience and get into a job that wouldn't be a good match for who I am or my qualifications. So my goal is to be honest and find a job that fits my skill set and that I can contribute to a company or an office or a business in a positive fashion. And I think the best way for me to do that, good morning, 2-girl mom, is find a job that fits. Well, the community needs to fit me too. You know what I'm saying, Leela? The community needs to fit me. It still goes both ways. It still goes both ways. I don't want to act like a chameleon, like, oh, yes, I fit this community, and then get in the job and not fit it at all. A lot of people say I should apply at Starbucks because I like coffee. And I like Starbucks a whole lot. But honestly, I just don't feel I really fit the community that they've developed. You know, I look at the employees and they don't look like me. Not that they have to look like me. It's not, but you know what I mean, a little bit. I'm going to sit back. Is that okay? I'm kind of hunched over. How long are we going to talk today? How did you? I really liked it, Dave. I really liked it. It taught me a lot. Somebody just asked how I liked the UPS experience. I think experience is a perfect word for it because it was more than just a job. After being a realtor for 17 years, you know, it's totally different than being a realtor. I was a driver helper. I worked a seasonal job for like 6 weeks, I think, from November to the end of December. And a driver helper is a guy that sits in a bucket seat of one of those UPS trucks. And the driver's got a truck full of packages, and sometimes they're not sorted perfectly. So to make the process go smoother, he brings out the package, I grab it, I leave the truck and run it to the front door. It's okay if you remind yourself it's a means to an end. But Kitty Cardstock, I want to talk about that. So anyway, I had a great experience. It taught me that I like working hard and like feeling productive. And feeling valuable and feeling good at something because I was good at it. I walked quickly for a guy my age, I'd say. I hustled, I was polite to the driver, I was friendly, and I was good to the people that answered the door. Kitty Cardstock, you're saying it's okay if you remind yourself it's a means to an end. You mean Starbucks or just having a job you don't like? But again, I want to be good. I want to help the company. I want to fit, you know, if that makes sense. You know, I don't want to, like somebody was saying they have a dental office in Northbrook. You know. Yeah. But I think you can also have a job that fits real well. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. It's my goal. Because I think if it fits me and fits the business, I'll be great or better at it for the business, and I'll help them more. I'd hate to weasel into a job that doesn't fit me, that I suck at, and that I'm a waste of the business's time, and their money and their resources. I have to have the luxury of waiting. Yes, I do. Leela, you're getting all stressed, Leela. What is the timeline? No, it's cool that it's coming from love, but it also comes from worry. And again, I don't want to deal with all your guys' worry and your anxieties. I got enough of my own. I got enough of my own. Yeah, no, Leela, I mean, you're sweet, I know, but you're always worried about everything. I just don't want to be. I just don't want to be. I've been worried all my life. No, I appreciate it, Kitty, but I've been worried all my life. I've been a worrier all my life and terrified about what's around the next curve and what happens if this and what happens if that. And I just don't think worrying helps. I know worrying doesn't help. And I've been going to church and I've been listening to Bible verses. And I think God has a plan for me. And I think I'm working the plan. I think I'm, you know what I mean? I think, hey, N. Ryan Hall shared the live. I don't even know who N. Ryan Hall is. But I think God has a plan for me. And what was being said, I went to church yesterday. I went with my little nugget of love, Augie. And first of all, when I dropped him off at the kid room, he was crying. He wasn't happy. He was sad. And kind of, as a loving dad, I'm a little torn. First of all, I kind of like, and this sounds twisted, and I'm acknowledging the twisting of it. I kind of like when he's sad when I'm dropping off the child. I don't want him to be sad, but I want him to miss me a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just being real and being human. So I was kind of going, oh, it's tearing my heart out. But in some weird ways, I like that he loves his dad so much that he's going to miss me. But anyway, I came back and checked on him, peeked through this one-way mirror window thing that they have, and he was crawling around doing good and having fun. Or no, actually, he was in a stroller. A woman was pushing him around in a stroller in the little play area. And I came back. I usually come back with about 20 minutes to go in the service and pick him up because there's music being played at the end of the church. And, no, I get you, Nora, but you'd feel almost bad if, the kid didn't care at all, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I went and got him, and he was having a great time in there. I kind of felt bad taking him from the play area where he was having so much fun, but he was excited when he saw me. We go out to church, and we listen to the music, and he's looking around like he looks around, and I don't know, it's always cool. But anyway, the service was talking about being what makes a disciple, and I don't want to get too preachy, and I'm just exploring my spirituality, but I a lot of times think the words in the Bible and the minister or pastor are talking to me. And the service yesterday was talking about being a disciple and what makes a disciple. And a disciple in the pastor's sermon was somebody that that hears God's word and obeys. And he explained how obeying is an uncomfortable word for us all. The thought of obeying seems so subservient. But to me, I looked at it as a positive. And I guess to me, I looked at it as stop fighting life and let go and follow the path that I'm on. And that's what I mean about not worrying and those people trying to help. Everyone's going, I think God has a plan for me. And I think I'm living the plan. And that's kind of what I think. And it's not perfect or easy or the way I envisioned it always. But I'm sitting here, I'm drinking coffee, I got my feet up, I got my dog that I love over there, I got beautiful kids, I got a beautiful life, the sun's coming up. I got my health. I got a bunch of companies out there to talk to try and find the right fit for a job. I got a coffee left in the kitchen. I got a fridge full of food. We can always worry about, what would happen? What's going to happen if, or what's best for this? We don't know what's best for anything. You know what I mean? Somebody asks, what's best for you and the Holly or you and the kids or something? I don't think you know what's best. I don't think I know what's best. And I think things happen for a reason. And I don't know the story enough to do it justice, but there's a long story about a guy in some village and a kid breaks his leg and somebody said, I don't even want to do it justice, but there's a series of events and each one seems tragic. And the wise man in the village said, and the guy runs up, it's tragic, my kid broke his leg. And he goes, perhaps. And it turns out there's a war in the village and the kid can't go because he's got a broken leg. And the guy comes up and says, oh, great news, my kid can't go. And the wise man said, perhaps. And then there's a flood in the village. And, it's something like that. So anyway, I think, Lila, if you don't think I'm looking for opportunities, you're missing everything. My ice just floated up my cup like an iceberg. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about, Joy? I'm not going to offer to walk dogs. I mean, everyone likes to make up ideas. Yeah, no, I've seen the boat. I've seen that boat. No, I mean, there's a million ideas. Babysit. By the time I put in any effort to walking dogs, let's just be realistic. Okay. No, but you can't be open. You can't be open to everything, Leela. That's the problem. Because somebody's suggesting I walk dogs. Should I look into the walks, research how to do it, get a license to walk it, solicit people to walk dogs, and in 6 months I'll be walking 2 dogs and making $40 a week. And Kitty Cardstock, I'm not making fun of you, but I think it's important to be able to say no to something. to say no to something. It's okay to say no. You can't be open to everything. You know, hello, Kathy Brownlee. And I think it's important because, believe me, I'm a smart guy. I put in a fair amount of thought into this. I put in more thought than you guys did. And that's why, Leela, I don't even know you, but I'm not telling you, Leela, I'm not in you telling you what to do because I don't know your life. I don't know your situation at all. Good morning, suck number. How are you? Did you see my video on you the other day, suck number? Hello, Scott Concrete. I'll tell you what, I lit this candle and I complained that it might be too cologne-y smelling for me. It still smells cologne, but it smells fairly good. Yeah, and Kitty, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, but I'm just trying to explain my situation. You know what I mean, though? Thank you, Suck Number. Hey, Suck Number, no matter how sweet you are, I'm not going to make another video about you. I'm not going to make another video. You keep throwing the compliments to me. No, I'm not. I won't. That would be greedy of you, Suck Number. I think a lot of people commented that they liked your name, Suck Number. No, I won't. Somebody else talk to me. Otherwise, I'm going to talk to Suck Number just so I can use his name some more. Kitty Cardstock, yes, this. I feel you. Everyone does. Well, it's kind of funny. Did you hop on other lives or did you just find me? No, I'm open to what I want. I mean, I'm always open to Ace Hardware. Why would it give the impression that I'm open to anything? I'm experienced too, Tornado Posse. And I believe if I research dog walking, I can throw out a random idea. I can open up a dictionary and put my finger on a letter. I've been on a cruise. It was awesome. I know, GC Mafia. That's what I said. And I said, that's not going to work. Have I ever been on a cruise? Yeah, I think cruises are awesome. I went in 1992 and I went to Jamaica, Cozumel, and one other stop. Turks and Caicos, and it was beautiful. Yeah, cruises are awesome. What's the ideal amount of money? Ideal amount of money would be a heck of a lot, obviously. Hello, Laura. Thank you for joining. My coffee's kind of getting tepid. I could go microwave it. I could go heat it up. I've already talked for 37 minutes. I will, Laura. Thank you. Dave, I don't have a huge agenda for the day. Again, I'm going to go into some businesses and look for a job. I might get my oil changed, which is sort of hard to do but I think it's a good investment. It's an investment in your vehicle. And I think occasionally you need to do that. And yeah. I think I probably talked enough. I think I've talked enough today. You guys do you. You guys enjoy your day. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to have to talk to the moderators. And we're going to have to adjust our moderating, I think. Because, yeah, thank you so much, Nora. You have a wonderful day. Don't even know what the whale is. Don't even know what the whale is. I am loving life today. I got a great night's sleep. I got a great cup of coffee. Hey, Joy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brendan Fraser. Oh, because he's really heavy. Is that why he's called the whale? Yeah, he was really heavy. Did he gain a ton of weight for that character? Did he gain a ton of weight for that character? Yeah, because he's really heavy. I'd love to go see a new movie. All right, Chunk of Change, have a great day. I'd love to go see a new movie. So maybe I will. It's a fat suit? Are you sure? His face looks really fat. I mean, he must have gained weight anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure. But I so appreciate you for watching. I've already talked for 40 minutes. Time flies so quickly. Again, I used to do this for like 20 to 40 minutes. And the time kind of got stretched to an hour and a half. Now a half hour flies by and I don't even know it. And I don't know, I've talked for 40 minutes and 40 minutes is probably enough. It's Monday morning. It's a gorgeous day. And it's a gorgeous day. And I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you're looking forward to it as well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're living in the moment. You're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.